gets the Jingu stack. Doesn't have Boundless up, but we'll be able to heal up a decent amount on the creep wave now. As top lane, Noob with the onslaught and the trample, got the juice, goes down, and Irides looks like he'll be able to get out, but that's the big kill at the same point.
Yeah, playing the classic X style here with Primal Beast. You just cut between the towers, grab the wave, and bring it into neutral camps and farm both at the same time.
Irides has to self-decrepify. I want to go for a little cheeky Nether Blast on the tower. It looks like it's going to cost him his life, though, as Ghost should be able to bring him down. Like you said, Vlad's is next. And
Zayats wants to sit there and get level 6, but he doesn't have the protection of the tower anymore for people to TP to, so he's very timid. And it's going to cost him.
Yep, Zayat's picked off here. Sharpshooter coming for him, but the heal's coming at the same time. Zayats is not going to stop that as well as Niku jumps in, trying to force the issue onto GH. Zayats does eventually drop, but GH going to get rooted. Tether already applied to Sumail, and the coil is going to dissuade the rest of Navi from coming, but the Boundless Strike does get GH in the end. And here comes Noob with good old-fashioned trample right on top of Riddies. Pulverized to follow. You would think this will be an eventual kill. Indeed it is with the illusory orb from Sumail. So what started out as looking like an easy pickoff ends up being basically a full team fight.
Of course, that comes to the expense of the core, but in addition to that, TA has also been alone for a while.
At the pit into the shackle, but the attribute shift was already activated. They're still doing a ton of damage through all of this as Ghost gets off the waveform, attempted TP, and he is fine. Oh my god. Whew. That was as close as it gets.
You're getting this, so...
That's true.
This is a nice timing to do it, but at the same time, how do you cover your own one bot? You could TP, or well, Underlord already went back through the gate, so if he just stays here, he can cover his own wisdom, and if the fight breaks out at the left one, he can gate over there.
Sumail runs right into the Pugna. It's going to be a lot of damage to Riddies.
Nice
Gets sniped by Omar. Very nicely done, and here the snap. That is going to be the death of Zayats as well. So both supports from Navi taken out pretty swiftly.
Oh, this could be more.
Hit. Got the juice in a bit of peril. TP's coming to his support as Noob try to apply some pressures. Niku shows up as a treat, and that's going to force the rest of NGX on the retreat. And Niku continue with the right clicks. Jigu Sex almost up. PMA shows up as well. Doesn't have too much at his disposal right now as there's the bushwhack. There's a lot of damage being applied to the Monkey King now, and the Pulverize to follow. Can't get off the Balance Strike. Niku drops to the deck as Sumail gets credit for that one. Noob, is he actually going to survive through this? Might be the case. Gets a big trample, but the heals coming up from the Pugna as TA continue to take damage from Sumail. Gets off the Waning Rip, but it's not enough quite yet. GH continuing the pressure, but still, the snipe does hit the Pugna instead of the TA as PMA gonna get gone on out by Sumail and GH. Riddies extremely low. The Firestorm just clips him. It looks like he's gonna heal through it.
Minutes coming out, so much more burst heal coming the way. And on the side of Na'Vi, you're not buying Vessel.
Oh, Pit of Malice. They got the shackle to follow. That is the death of Sumail. Omar a little bit too late. Not sure he could do anything anyway.
They've got going on.
You're really loving that word this tournament.
It's like the first time I say it.
It's the Boundless Strike to stop the life drain. Decrepify going to try to keep him alive a little bit longer, but that just amplifies the damage of Sumail. As his
17 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Not too shabby. A hit by a full 50 over the Morph. But Ghost... I'm not sure if you would agree with this. I think his individual best performances for this team have been on Morph. So they really are tapping into comfort, right? Noob on Morph is best.
Command. Uh-oh, Sumail, a lot of trouble. Shackled to death. Serpent Ward used as well to make sure they could get the mid laner of NG.
You know, you want to see these players bring their best, and you know Sumail is capable of completely taking over games, so probably a good target player to focus. Speaking of focus.
Yep, that's a lot of focus onto... Oh, Decrepify is actually going to keep the Pugna alive, getting a full life drain as well, thanks to Zayats and the Shackle, but here comes the relocate with Sumail and GH, but can they withstand the pressure? Noob gets off the Pulverize, stunning quite a few heroes, but he's going to drop for sure. First to die is him. It's NGX. If they want to retreat, they get the support in the Pugna, which is what they initially started with. Oh, the Hex. Niku. They get the Jingu stacks as well. Underlord comes with a nice Pit of Malice, and Ghost just evaporates. Omar will follow suit as got the juice with a triple kill.
Looking for the 21-minute Wisdom. Oh, if they find Ghost as well, that would be even better. Good read, though.
And they're actually going to TP in to try to contest this. Noob going to show up. Bushwhack to start things out with the Sharpshooter as well. Hex does come out. This is eventually going to be the death of the roster. He's able to use his Shackle to full duration. As this is going to turn into a full team fight as GH still attached to Ghost, trying to get to the other side. They've already lost their Primal. GH will follow suit. and Navi get 2 kills and the Wisdom Shrine. They're actually going to continue here? Sumail, he gets forested! Oh my goodness, as Ghost, all he can do is watch and discuss as Omar trying to help out as well, but he has to be careful as Navi not scared to push the envelope.
Got the Juice is going to push out mid, but I think he'll reconnect, and they're looking for the smoke play. So are Nigma Galaxy, though. This is a pretty crucial fight.
Oh, smoke pop. Sumail first starts out with the silence as a huge sharpshooter on the Pugna. Is he actually going to stay alive again? Gets off the life train for a decent amount as Noob in the midst of all of this. There's the Dark Rift, though, and Noob looks like he'll be able to take out Riddies to start things up. Another full shackle onto Noob. Zayas is just doing work as Sumail, super low on HP. Illusory Orb, got the Juice, cannot catch up. We'll have to be happy with the 1-for-1 exchange. It's still a support for a core. Probably.
Yeah, this hero definitely needs more buffs.
All right, this is going to be a Tormentor play. Oh, it's scanned.
This is such a good area for Monkey King.
Have an idea this is happening. The jump in from the Primal Beast with his ult. A lot of damage being applied to Got the Juice, but he pops the BKB as Niku gets off his Wukong's command, but he actually ends up under the north side, and now he's going to get destroyed by Ghost in turn. As Noob and Sumail going to work to take out this Pugna as well. So 2 dead in favor of NGX. And PMA kind of left to his own devices now. This is a 4 versus 1. This is eventually going to be his demise as well. So a really good fight for NGX.
Damn. And as expected, Noob queuing up that refresher. He did get a little blade mail just for the...
Oh, this is going to actually show up on their doorstep. As Sumail and company going to turn this to a big old-fashioned team fight. PMA already at half health. Noob gets the onslaught, but he gets hexed instantly. The heal's coming from the Pugna. Not enough to save the 1, but it's going to be a trade in all likelihood again for Noob. So 1-for-1, both offlaners dead.
He just didn't use his BKB. He got caught in a full shackle. BKB is ready.
Again, Aegis advantage. Serpent Ward is up. And now placed. And again, the opening, this time on to Ghost. Already at half health. He's in a lot of trouble. Sumail very, very deep in this, but you can see the damage being applied to the TA. Got the Juice in a lot of trouble. Pops the Refraction, has that second life, of course. Fortification is now popped as Ghost turns into TA. Using that to his advantage to take out the Serpent Ward. And now Got the Juice. They have so much at their disposal to be able to get these buildings. The Boomerang's starting to stack. They will get the barracks, so full lane now for Navi. Where he's going to start to really take off. Has the Scotty. All the extra stats to work with.
Yep, and they are trying to get an angle now.
Got the Juice, blinks in. He's going to get pulverized. Remember, this has 2 lives to work with, so just going to force Steph. And the fact that Noob used his BKB, they're going to try to reset. But a balance strike connecting on the 2 as Ghost turns into the Monkey King, but the heal's coming in from Pugna. Wukong's command finally comes out. The Underlord first to fall. Now the full shackle again onto Noob. Zayas is absolutely obsessed with him as Sumail. Phase shift. Blink out, but the Hex now onto Noob again. He's taking the brunt of the damage. GH tries to connect with him, gets disrupted now, but Niku gets destroyed by Omar. And now the damage being applied to Noob. Finally, the Primal Beast is taken out. As Congregations of the Deep are what it takes to take out Zayats. 3-for-1 in favor of NGX, and Got the Juice all alone. Attempted TP.
Wow,
he's fine.
He actually gets out of that situation 1v4.
Some of their inexperience on the big stage here on the road to TI. And now in the cover of smoke is NGX. Jumping in is Noob with the Pulverize. They want to get rid of this Pugna. The Nullifier applied to him right now as well. Trample doing a decent amount. A second Pulverize. He's still not going to die. Noob is actually taking more damage than the Pugna. Actually dies to the Pugna. And now Niku inside the Wukong's command. Boundless Strike. Not going to be able to get the kill he was looking for. His Ghost super low on HP. Turns into Monkey King. Gets the Boundless Strike to the other side. Is Zayas with the Hex. Do they have the control? Yes. The Shackle. Do they have the damage? Got the Juice. Make sure of that. Life number 1. Pit of Malice to start things out. Ghost saving his BKB for this moment. Waveforms away. Omar in the vicinity. Is there going to be a buyback for Io? Can he get the relook in time? Nullifier applied to the Morphling. But the Boundless Strike is there. That is the death of Ghost. No more Morphling for 90. Does have buyback though. As they find the opening onto Omar as well. Pit of Malice holds him in place. That is a dead Hoodwink. And just like that, NGX crumbling.
Navi with the 5D chest of giving them the Roche so that they can team wipe them outside their base.
Yeah. 0 on NGX, and all 5 for NAVI. So they can throw 10 bodies at this. And Sumail, Boundless struck. Can take a ton of damage here. Is he just dead? He is! Just like that, no buyback at all. And now Ghost with the BKB in full retreat. GH can't do too much to help him. Is mitigating a ton of damage. Finally tethers, but this is just over. NAVI taking game 1, which it looked like theirs for a long time, and then NGX coming back with a vengeance in that one fight, but literally within 2 minutes, it was just given back right up to NAVI again.
Man, what a shame. Like, not at all about the result. That's not it. I wanted more in this late game.
Yeah. The Shadow Fiend, maybe he'll go to Dominator build as well.
I mean, the way you play this lane, which could work, is...
Gyro gets off to a good start, and then maybe on level 3 you can swap them around, but probably just going to stick to their guns. Well, this could be a nice
and
little...
a lot of trouble. Sunstrike hits, but Omar gets the last hit.
Sign of things to come here.
Yeah. Good start for NGX. Desperately needed, because this is now an Olympic.
Generally, what I'm looking at with Lone Druid is 3 things. First of all, do you have a lineup that can take advantage of pushing towers? This game, absolutely. You have Alacrity and you have Pugna, so you're going to push fast. Second thing is, do you have good lane? Third thing is, do you have the juice?
No juice this time.
No juice.
I think all the juice is on the NGX side. 2 kills already. Doubt they go for that. Do you think they pivot, maybe?
No, definitely.
Again, got the juice stuck inside the shards, gets sun-stricken, and Noob takes him out.
Oh boy.
It is early, but this is potential for snowballing, no pun intended.
Hit by rebound, you're just dead. Like, what a Silencer supposed to do? He can look at you and like cheer for you a little bit.
I mean, he does have a fearsome face. Another Ice Shards play, and the tag team, another kill for NGX, dominating in this bot lane. Zayat's now getting chased by the bear. Blood grenade applied. Sunstrike not going to hit this time. Pops the fairy fire, but I do believe he's dead. Root activates just to add insult to injury.
I'll say this. If
mid lane is the one shining spot for NAVI.
Yep.
As Niku just had to say it. Sunstrike's not going to hit, but they have more than enough damage as Omar. I mean, this is the thing. When you dominate a lane, you can just roam around and equalize the other lanes. So now the mid lane, Sumail's going to be super happy despite having pretty big disadvantage in the CS. Huge level advantage now.
He's watching Riddies try to last hit as Gyro carry.
There's the dispose as GH coming in as well.
Oh my god.
Going to be able to clean up Riddies very easily, and the Ice Shards reserved with the tag team still up as Got the Juice dies again. How dare he enter the lane? Zayat looks to be next on the list. And the Nightmare you're talking about does delay things a bit. But rebound into another death for NAVI.
The SVG Abyss, of course.
Yes, of course, a different one entirely. As Zayat's found out. Meatball surprise for you. EMA shows up, first arena of the game, gets the spear onto Sumail. Niku with the Requiem from the side. Can they get their first kill of the game? No. Niku is going to get chased down by Omar instead with a solo tag team, and the Sunstrike not going to hit.
Move speed in the river.
Yeah, Niku is fine.
Wait, what's
damage? Based on how this game was going, that's the most surprising thing to happen. Uh-oh. Niku gonna get some help from Zayats with a nice Nightmare. And now Noob in a very precarious spot, and that is a big kill for NAVI. Kill number 1.
Sunstrike!
Boom! Not enough.
Close call. Nice clean hit, though, from Sumail, but needed one. Mars doesn't have Blink, so it's really difficult to even find an angle. But they will try to walk in for an arena, it looks like. And might just...
Cold snap, he does get the arena onto 2. Global Silence to follow with a Requiem as well. 2 big kills for NAVI.
Okay. That worked.
Well executed.
Didn't get in the snowball in time. This is kind of one of those games where you know it's a given that you're getting these towers soon. So you want to do it the most efficient way possible.
Yeah.
Your latest Ayats. Easy kill for Sumail Sunstrike.
Niku's still hovering around. Gets a stack, so it's an easy raise, but it's going to cost him. Greed will be his downfall as we see the Centaur stump come out. Dispose kill for Noob. He's got the juice, finds a lowly support GH. That's Ags and Shard is awesome.
I think the Bear Shard is actually pretty good.
Riddies. Get decrepified as, oh, this could be a big one onto the lone druid. Look at that damage. Got the juice, has got the juice this time.
Well, he fixed his headset, but this time the keyboard.
Quite the lead, but it has not increased. Like, Navi has done a good job of kind of crawling back a bit.
The thing is...
Nope, gonna get gripped. Another big kill potentially for Navi. Looks to be the case.
Yeah, it's nothing to jump on.
And Riddies gets credit for that one.
Wait, where is his Dom creep, actually? What frequently? Later in this game, I'm still concerned with their ability to deal with the super late game bear, but if this is the gold status in 10-15 minutes, I don't think it's that bad. And if you keep finding a little bit of random picks around the map...
Meat hook.
Toss.
Oh.
Well, meat hook is difficult because then you are also outside the ring.
Yes, but you hook and then you blink. As Zayats ends up being spotted, unfortunately for him.
Okay. They,
So Ghost and GH both...
You probably have to because of Invoker. But beyond that...
Gets spotted, but a nice tornado from Sumail into a global silence, though, as PMA tried to TP. It is not to be, though. Drops to the deck as Sumail gets credit for it.
This is kind of costly, burning your global to try to save Mars there. And like, this is a lot of advantage, but this would be even better, perhaps.
Absolutely. Niku gets the Requiem, attempted TP maybe, goes for the raises instead, knowing that he's likely to be falling to the ground as Sumail, another kill to his name.
Yeah, now you should definitely go high ground.
Has the Mjolnir and the Diffusal Blade, and now we'll be going for the Aghanim Scepter, so no leash.
Yep.
Tornado from Sumail with the meatball to follow. Ice Shard's not going to fully connect, but Zayat's walking into the Sunstrike. It's not quite enough to get the kill as Nuke comes in with the Unleash. And now the punch from Omar. Global Science a little bit too late, though. PMA drops to the deck. The bear, though, taking considerable damage. That's going to be the bear down and out.
Yeah. So...
This was probably an instance where it got the juice. Regrets going for the BKB first. Hasn't needed it.
Yeah.
The Axe would have helped him farm quite a bit. PMA spotted out and taken out. Omar in the meantime is going to take a call down with the Rocket Barrage to follow. So at the very least for Navi, they get a trade, but again, core for support.
So obviously the early game comes first, but the extent to which Nigma Galaxy are leading was built in the first 5.
And GX, they got the juice. Gets punched in the air and destroyed.
No buy.
No buy at all.
Only buy.
As Riddies
nice
will dodge the tornado, but just a matter of time before he's found. Now a lightning bear is after him, gets rebounded in his face. Requiem will be used. Help take out GH. But now the rest of Navi have to get the hell out.
As you're fighting, different options.
Sumail sees the Bane. Cataclysm greets Zayats. Little Nightmare himself, but delays the inevitable as Niku also spotted out and will be brought down easily. A big kill for NGX. 12k lead, continuing to grow now as Damage Rune spawns on the top. Feels like all the stars are aligning for NGX. Their plan is to go for another set of racks in this 2-minute window. Maybe even try to end the game. Tornado into the meatball. Got the juice, has to pop the BKB. Unleashed from Noob, doing quite a bit of damage to the gyro. Will turn his sights onto him again. He's just continuing on. The bash does hit. Gets speared finally to a tree. Cataclysm to follow, though, as Zayats is going to be taken out by Sumail. And most of Navi have to back away.
They used so much. They used Global, they lost their Bane, they used Gyro BKB.
And now the Alacrity Bear going to town on these buildings. PMA gets off the arena, only onto one, though, and there's not going to be any follow-up because Gyro has his hands full with 2 bears just running straight at him. Niku not able to do too much here as Ghost, is he actually going to get this kill? It's used at the last moment. Now the Requiem to force him back. That's actually a lot of damage on the Requiem. Spear does hit Ghost, and that is the death of the lone Druid. Big kill for Navi. As Omar going to get healed up. And Sumail actually jumps in with a tornado as well. Likely to be no follow-up. Do they continue this push?
Remember, the bear is still
the bear is still alive. Because of that Aghanim Scepter, and they're going to find the Shadow Fiend inside the Ice Shards. Has to buy back. As now the fortification comes out again. This is likely the last one. As the grip actually does find the mark, but a nice snowball save. Niku inside the shard. This is going to be a dieback on the Shadow Fiend. And Ghost Bear can just finish the job. Gets the melee racks, that's the important one.
Loses control of the game that hard, that fast. You're usually able to get some sort of a trade where you get the enemy safe lane tower and trade some space, whatever. See you later, Riddies.
Yep, Cataclysm's coming for you. Goodbye.
Oh, they found Zayats.
Yeah, both supports dead just like that. One does have buyback, though.
That is one way to end the game, is to not even have to take the team fight for it.
Yep, no global silence likely for the rest of the game. Got the juice. Goodbye as well. And he does not have buyback either. So 70 seconds, this should do it. GG's called. Okay. That was technically a game of Dota. NGX start out the game 9-0, and they've just dominated all the way through this, forcing a game 3.
This is a hero, yet again, like RP.
For anti-mage, I think Dawn has nothing to ultimate, because
has magic damage from her Celestial Hammer, and Marcia does spell damage when landing. So this lane is playable.
Oh boy, Sumail has Skewer. They're setting up a first blood potential onto Niku. That is a big kill, as Sumail will grab it. So Omar sticking around. That is not a good start for Na'Vi, but brilliant from NGX.
Omar tipping Sumail. I guess it was his idea. Or he said, good job, you skewered on Nightmare. Probably the former.
Starbreaker, this is the combo you were talking about. Pretty powerful, but Zayats is the one taking the death instead.
I would not advise going for it on level 1. I think this is a lane where you chill. You get Pugna, because Pugna has no stun. And he will be pulling the wave here on Zayats.
Might die for it, though.
Yeah, he should probably have pulled the second wave of the lane.
PMA going to try to block GH a bit, and the Nether Blast is still in range, though. So he gets the pull successfully, but at the cost of his life.
It's just PMA some nice, fast, and safe CS. And here you are. This is the one lane that's doing well, though. Nice reflect
got the
there.
Juice. Very nicely done. The Nightmare on self for Omar. Gets the kill onto Noob. Unfortunately, forgot the juice. It was Riddies that actually snagged that one.
Yeah.
But take what they can get right now. A bit of a rough start. GH finds his way in between Niku and Zayats. Rebound should secure it.
Considering this was an early game that
this could be big if they have the damage. They don't have a follow-up Fiend's Grip, though. Sumail is going to go for the skewer play. Nightmare to follow. Got the juice, should be fine. In fact, just going to turn this around to Omar. Actually blocks the way completely, so ends up being a free kill for Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Quick reveal. He's an old man, 17 or so.
It's crazy to be 16 every year.
Sumail. Looking for this. Oh, he goes for the RP. He wants to take out the Warlock before the Chaotic Offering comes out, but doesn't get there in time. Solar Guardian is there with the Mortimer's Kisses to follow. PMA shows up. The Mortimers are enough to destroy Sumail, so it's a 1-for-1 support for mid. Definite favor going to Na'Vi, although
how far he was going to get pulled in on the shockwave.
But the Zayats take out GH with the help of Niku. So it's his fault for tricking me. Are you sure?
You can't refresh the innate, can you?
I mean,
no way, right?
It's a skill.
No way you can refresh
with the Nightmare. Looks like he's going to go down, though. Unleashed from Zayats.
Ceaseless Dirge.
There were
this was worse than I
two
thought.
instances where Sumail, trying to use this Blink Dagger, just
hello, Riddies.
Clubbing it up. Sumail walks right by Riddies. Does he have PTSD from the last time, maybe?
I think he wasn't looking at
Ghost
Zero.
Finds him. Extremely easy
This is
kill.
the bigger one, though.
Indeed. Got the juice.
He might have had him.
It was close. Got
I think
the
he'll
juice.
have him anyway.
Blink in 1 second when the RP finds.
There it is.
The juice is down. Omar.
That is the big one. Gonna probably cost them a tower against Rally.
Oh, they have TP still, though. Spear connects. Nice rebound. In the exit plan, Niku gets Yules. And now the skewer back. Okay. The cookie overpowers it. Actually, don't know what was that. Rebuke, maybe?
It might have been Rebuke.
Yeah, must.
I guess. But you can't. Can you Dawn ulti on a.
Kills the creep, though. Right?
I guess it doesn't kill a Dominator creep.
Oh, Omar, wow, that's some range right there. Meanwhile, Ghost focusing on the Warlock. Easy kill. Attempted TP, but the Spear will find Zayat, so both supports dead for Na'Vi. Deny. Or maybe even the Roche kill, but not to be. So Ghost secures the Aegis. Meanwhile, Sumail finds his way on top of Niku. And the Arena with the grip. That's a lot of ultimate. Solar Guardian to try to save him. PMA with a big Starbreaker onto 3 heroes of the Chaotic Offering to follow. Ghost has to use his ult and the BKB, and now the Dawnbreak will likely fall as a result. Ghost a little bit left alone at the moment. Of course, has that second life to work with as Noob comes in and destroys Zayats.
You're not going to be fighting Troll, I think. You have to kill the supports.
Yeah.
So... Oh, Nightmare. Omar.
Yeah, but it was reflected. Nice timing from Got the Juice. And there is the gobble up on top of Omar. Spear, though, hits AM. Solar Guardian to try to heal him up. Does a decent job of that as the Mars Arena does find two, but it's the two supports, neither of which have their ults anyway. And with that, Navi have to exit the premises. So another trade of supports overall. PMA is going to be able to get back to base in all likelihood, but the Shockwave bringing him back. Starbreaker with the Shard.
They should be able to just save their Troll with a Decrepify.
Oh, there's the play. Onto Omar. Bane is out.
It cost them a mid-tier 3. Tough.
Yeah, Ghost. Sumail gets the skewer onto PMA. Put in a pretty bad spot now. The Arena with the spear. Chaotic Offering's not going to do too much to save PMA as he will be down and out for 70 seconds.
Ghost didn't have to ult. They used nothing except Arena. They have RP and Troll ults.
Butterfly now online for Got the Juice, but now it's a 4 versus 5, so we might not even see an actual 5v5 fight the entire game for Navi as Ghost playing this Troll Warlord, one of the best pushing heroes in the game. And this is going to be Megas pretty shortly. One last fortification for the road.
You have to jump mag, I think, and try to catch it. I don't know. How do you burst him, though?
There's the gobble up right on top of Ghost. RP to follow, though, right on top of the AM. Do they have the damage? Do they have enough? They do. Got the Juice down and out for 70 now, as Zayats will follow suit. And this looks like the beginning of the end of the run for Navi here on the road to the International, as Ghost and company will be. At some point, Navi gotta throw bodies at this hero. They're gonna throw a hammer. The gobble up hits the Pugna in the back to try to stop the healing, and there's a Solar Guardian to follow, but PMA just gonna get kited as the Arena finds the mid lane. Niku will get dropped to the deck as well as GG's come out, and Navi eliminated from the road to the International, and NGX will stay alive for another day.
I have to say, this was a rather odd